Alright folks, we're out for another night, and we've got another favorite on the vlog. This is the Manybanded Krait, Hong Kong's most toxic snake drop for drop. And this one is out on the crawl without a care in the world for us filming. These are actually pretty spectacular snakes. We're in a place where they're not that uncommon, and pretty happy we've seen this one. It's actually a bit later in our walk and we haven't seen too much so far, so pretty cool to come across this guy. But we've had these on quite a few times, so we'll just watch him for a minute here and then let him go about his business. But great find. Hopefully this is a sign of more things to come this evening. Okay folks, next snake of the night. Another oldie but a goodie. We've got a golden Barbering Rufus. And it has just been a crazy year for finding Barbering Rufus snakes. These are actually not a very common species. But I've had a really lucky start to the year. And you can see here, this is a very, very good example of the gold coloration variant. Really spectacular looking snake when they're like this, and this is very much a mature sized Barbering Rufus, about as big as they get, at least from what I've seen. I'll give a little size comparison here. This is my hand, so you can kind of see what a full-grown Rufus looks like. Still a very small snake, but pretty cool. He's just up on this ledge here. He coiled up a little bit when I got close, but he's just on the move here, so I'm just going to leave him right here when we're done with the video. But very cool species. We're going to keep moving. We're sort of starting our walk out. We've still got a ways to go, so there's still a chance for some more snakes. But looks like it's going to be a bit of a slower night, so not sure if we'll get anything else. But if we do, we'll pop back on. Alright folks, we're waiting for our Uber, and my buddy spotted this climbing up the wall literally right behind us. Common wolf snake. Seen a lot of these on the vlogs lately, so I won't spend any more time. We'll just show you what he looks like and let him get on his way. But very funny last minute find. Off into the weep hole. There he goes. Alright folks, we are at the start of another walk, and very, very high up on a ledge we have a bamboo pit viper set in ambush. And it's so high up I'm maxed out on my zoom that I'm not going to go try and get any closer. It's a bit of a sketchy climb, so we'll just film it from down here. Quick bamboo pit viper opener, and we just started our walk, so hopefully this is the first of many more things to come. Alright, we've got our next herp for the night, and this is really pretty cool. This is a Chinese Waterside skink. We found a few of these in recent vlogs, and if you look close, this one is actually a pretty visibly gravid female. Very, very chunky. Really cool body patterns on this one. You can see really kind of coppery gold color, a bit orangish. The head's got some cool markings on it, and just a real beauty and a real pleasant find. So we've actually come across a few other snakes too, a wolf snake, a stream snake, a Manybanded Krait, but they were all in process of moving into some hiding spots, so we didn't actually spend much time on them. But This is a really cool find. This is the first gravid waterside skink I've ever found. And so I'm actually just gonna let her go right after we're done filming here because, you know, I don't wanna disturb a pregnant female too much, but really great find. We're gonna keep going. The snakes are definitely out. We just need to find one that's not slithering into a hole, and we'll get it on video for you. All right, folks, we've got our next snake of the night. This time it's a Manybanded Krait that hasn't gone in a hole yet. So we've seen lots of these on the vlog. I don't think we need to spend too much time on them, but they're Hong Kong's most toxic snake, drop for drop by venom. And they're pretty common. They're snake-eating specialists, so I imagine that's mostly what this guy's on the hunt for, but they'll definitely eat lizards and other small prey items as well. And yeah, we're still, you know, not too late into our walk, and we found a handful of snakes already, so we're going to keep looking, let this one get about its business, but we'll check back in if we find something else. Hey, we've got a species of frog here that's not very familiar to me, and just wanted to do a quick record so that maybe somebody can help me out with ID later. Very, very small. Looks like some kind of narrow-mouthed froglet, but very difficult to say. Hello everyone. We have got another really cool find today. We'd previously been lucky enough to show you a juvenile big-headed turtle, and today we have got a mature big-headed turtle. And these guys are probably one of the coolest turtle species in the world. For those of you in North America, they're kind of reminiscent of common snapping turtles, but they have hugely oversized heads and really, really strong tails and claws. Let me readjust myself here. Sorry, just had to run around to the other side of them. But yeah, these guys are really, really cool. You can see how strong and fast they are. Oop, gotta move around a rock. Hold on. All right. Yeah, he's moving quick, and he's getting close to some places where he's gonna be able to hide in the rocks and get away. And we're not gonna interfere with him, so might not be able to get a whole lot more video, but very, very cool to be able to observe an adult of what has become a very rare species in Hong Kong. These guys are, I think, still poached quite a bit for the pet trade and traditional medicine trade. So not very common to see, but a real treat every time. Very, very cool species. And you can see here there's a ton of difference between the adults and the juveniles. The juveniles are very brightly colored across the face. They have orange and yellow striping. As adults, we still see some remaining orange flecks around the face there and on the claws and a little bit even on the shell. But they really do darken up and start to look just a ton like the river rocks that they make their homes. And these will climb straight up boulders and rock faces. They use their long, strong tails as a support and sometimes a springboard. And the coolest feature about these guys, which I'd mentioned with the juvenile, but you can't really tell until you see a mature one, is that their heads are so big they can't tuck them inside their shells, like you'll see with a lot of other species, including the big snapping turtles from North America. So he's got himself in a little corner here. We'll get another minute or two with him. But yeah, you can see here, maybe I can get an angle on it, but you can see here how big the head is relative to the body. Let me get an angle where the light's not in the way. Yeah, right there. Just a very cool species. I wish they weren't so rare and we could see them more often, but I guess it makes it all the more special. There's that long tail. And for a rough size comparison, you can kind of see here, even full grown, these are quite small turtles. So nothing like the snapping turtles from North America. Very special little animal. Alright, well, non-snake, but cool species either way. We'll go ahead and let this one get about its business, but great find. We'll check back in with the next species. Alright, we've got our next find, and this time it is a pretty spectacular looking Mach Viper. And I don't know how well it's going to come through here, but this Mach Viper has one of the most vibrant golden underbellies that I've ever seen. And it's in typical Mach Viper pose right now, trying to make us think that he's something more dangerous than he is. They are technically venomous, but I've found that their venom tends to be a bit more effective on geckos than it is on people. And they're a very variable species. I think we may have mentioned that before in terms of coloration. So this one's got a very copper orange color to the body, and it's a little bit less spotted and a little bit more striped. You can see there's a bit of lateral striping, or almost like a two-tone body color before you go down to the ventrals. And yeah, pretty fun snakes to find. They're relatively common in Hong Kong. They're not as easy to spot as some of the other snakes because their camouflage is quite good, but they are very common, and they can be found from lowlands to highlands and drier conditions and wetter conditions, though generally around forested areas, I think. So pretty fun find, pretty good day so far. If this is all we end up with, we'll still consider it a success, but we'll check back in if we find anything else.